I never really noticed this, but is this song racist?
I was just about to say, so they're allowed to sing about jive talking, but when I go try mine out in public, I get beat up and called a racist.
No, that's because you were shucking and jiving. There's a difference. That's the problem, Pessy. And also,
okay?
They're not wearing blackface.
What's racist? There's nothing racist about going to a town square.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I live in the medieval times. Going to a town square.
Good. Makes sense.
And going, cracker.
No, because they wouldn't know what that meant because that wasn't a slur back then.
Dang it.
Anyway.
Is jive talking always associated with race, or have we just done that over time?
Well, I think that, for me anyway, it comes from the movie Airplane.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That scene where the old lady
I speak jive.
I speak jive. Right. So that's what I wonder. It has is I don't know. Hold on. What does I have to look this up now? Hi, Blind Mike is with us today, by the way. What does
hello, folks,
jive mean? See,
I thought
jive.
I avoided this. I listened when you guys were just reading slurs for the first 20 minutes, and I was like, well, I guess I'm
first
glad
off,
I
let me explain something to you. That's the I wanted Wikipedia article. If Wikipedia does not want me to read those things, don't make an article. It's my fault. It's like, come on, man. It's like somebody making a Mein Kampf movie and then being like, why do people watch it? Why did you make it? Jive, a lively. Go ahead.
Kevin the Mev saying, I thought it was a type of turkey.
Jive turkey. See, that's the other thing.
Turkeys.
Oh my God, that's a good point. So it's probably not, because I've heard like black people call like white people in movies like, you're a jive turkey, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably
I don't
not
think it refers
that.
to actual turkey.
Yeah. No, I know they're not real.
This is a jive turkey we're having.
You know what? I like to deep fry my jive turkeys. I don't know about you guys. That's how I prefer my turkeys.
We're basting a jive turkey today.
Today we're going to brine a jive turkey. Let's do it. Yeah, live just means jive just means a lively style of dance popular especially in the 40s and 50s. Oh, it's like swing dancing. And then number two, so number two, according to the Oxford Dictionary, a form of slang associated with black American jazz musicians. Hold on a second. Are the Bee Gees racist?
Was the original song called Blacks Yelling?
No, that's Tyler. That's
it fits lyrically, I think.
that's the next Tyler Perry movie. Jive.
Blacks Yelling. I'm trying to watch the film.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Hold on. Jive talking, Wikipedia. I need to understand. There has to be like a controversy, right? According to Maurice, while hearing the rhythmic sound. Okay. Jive talking was also influenced by You're the One, written by Sly Stone. According to Maurice, while hearing the rhythmic sounds, Barry didn't notice that he's going jive talking, thinking of the dance. You dance with your... Okay, I don't understand this because I wasn't alive in 1960, whatever. But I think it was meant to be like you're talking like a black jazz singer, but they were fine with it because they like the Bee Gees. It's kind of like everyone's fine that like Fat Joe and like Pitbull said the N-word in their younger careers because, you know, to be realistic, you couldn't get away with that now. You get crucified, but they're like, close enough.
Come on.
Yeah, now, come on. Hey, it's Fat Joe. He knew a big pun. He's allowed.
So it seems like jive just means cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it means. I think jive just means like, you know, but jive turkey though, is that an insult? Because now I'm wondering if jive turkey is if like a black guy calls you a jive turkey, that means that, wow, you're a cool, hip black guy. Right?
I think it means you think you're cool.
Oh,
jive turkey means fool, dolt, idiot.
I think jive is just the 1970s.
I think if they liked you, they'd say, I dig your jive, brother.
Okay, I think I've actually heard that.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, hip to your jive.
Yeah, I'm hip to
there it
exactly.
is.
What? Okay,
Well, actually, when Mike says it, it sounds like a cop that's like, "I'm on to you, black guy. I'm hip to your jive."
listen here.
I have a 50s cadence.
It's kind of the same way David Duke says Jew. Technically, it's not a slur, but when he says it, it's kind of a slur.
Sounds wrong.
Yeah. It's like that episode of 30 Rock. It's like, so what are you? I'm Puerto Rican. No, I know you could call yourself that, but what do I call you?
What do I call you?
By the way, again, highly recommend because I think the show is getting better. If you haven't caught it yet, Reboot is super fucking good. It's really.
I just started that,
Bro.
and I thought it was the weirdest thing. Like, oh, Johnny Knoxville, Keegan-Michael Key,
I
Paul
know.
Reiser. Why isn't this getting any acknowledgement? Right?
Well, it should. The first episode's boot. It gets. I swear to you, the show gets better and funnier and funnier and funnier. It's really funny. Paul Reiser is fucking hilarious. Like I know
he's great, and I generally hate Paul Reiser. But
I
he's
know.
great in this.
But Paul Reiser in this just playing like just a neurotic Jewish writer. And my favorite scene in that, because this is when the show I thought was going to lose me, because I'm like, here comes another woke piece of trash. The scene where for those that don't know, just a quick recap. The show is basically this guy, Paul Reiser, used to have a popular show in the 80s and the 90s, like, think of like Full House, where it was like a family show, whatever. And then his daughter wants to remake the show, but do it like they do now with like an edgy remake where it's a little more blah, blah, blah. But he still owns the rights to the show. That's the whole premise, whatever. His daughter has like her own writers, and they're just fucking the soy boy looking, just completely. You think it's gonna be woke, just completely gay shit, right? So I'm like, here we go. But then Paul Reiser brings in his old Jewish writers.
The old timey,
Bro, that fucking killed me because the look of shock on the woke writers' faces, especially what the old Jewish woman was saying, just brutal things. I was like, okay, this show's amazing. So if you haven't caught
well
it,
done.
Great.
And it's like, I think it's the guy that wrote Modern Family, so
Yes.
I didn't know. Which Modern Family for an ABC show wasn't crazy.
I like Modern
woke or
Family.
anything
I like
like
Modern Family. Modern Family was great. Modern Family came on TV right before the first couple seasons came to TV right before it got stupid woke.
Yes.
Where even the gay guys make fun of themselves a lot on the show, which is fun. Like one of the funniest lines in the very first episode of Modern Family is when the two gay guys are having the kid, and of course Ed O'Neill, who plays their dad, they adopt an Asian kid, and this line is so simple, but it was so funny. They adopt an Asian kid, and they go, "We're gonna name her Lily," and he goes, "Isn't that gonna be hard for her to pronounce?" And that line right there, I was like, okay, that's fucking funny, and I'm in.
And 3 years later, it would have ended the show. That never would have gotten
absolutely. And also, the also reality of that show, and this is the other thing I like, because it's honest about how much gay guys hate lesbians and vice versa, because it's a real thing. And they always joke about it on the show with, like, lesbians. It's this weird power dynamic that actually goes on, and I think is really, really funny. But yeah, the guy did Modern Family did it, but I would say the show is feels more like a Arrested Development.
Yeah.
In terms of its feel. If that makes sense.
That a little bit, yeah.
A little bit
The
of
cameramen
maybe a
aren't-
mix of the two.
Yeah,
the
there you go.
cameramen aren't actually there physically to talk to,
Right,
But it
right.
feels, but it's shot very freehand, fly on the wall kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, Arrested Development's very accurate.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you might not be caught up, but the fucking newest episode when Michael Keegan plays basketball with a bunch of like
I did, yeah, I saw that.
holy
Jewish kids.
fuck!
Oh my God.
I was howling. There's somebody a doctor, and all the kids like my dad's a doctor. My dad's a doctor. I was like, fucking goddamn! And when he was just swatting the ball out of their hands, it was fucking great. Anyway, it's weird, and I know I'm talking about it a lot, but it's very rare that I find a new comedy show that, excuse me, Brendan Schaub, comedy show that I like. So it's odd when I'm like, oh, well, okay, this is just funny. It's not like just propaganda bullshit, you know?
Especially that no one's talking about for some reason. Like, I thought with
I
at
know.
least just the idea that Johnny Knoxville is in a scripted television show,
Yeah.
people would be like, that's odd.
And you know what? The character he's playing, perfect. He plays it great because he's basically just playing his douchebag self, which works.
Yeah.
That's why I've been enjoying Cobra Kai. It's just Fun.
Fucking Cobra Kai.
This is
rules.
nice.
Cobra Kai fucking rules.
If
Almost
you
done
accept what
season
Cobra
one.
Kai is, if you analyze it, it's like these people should all be in.
Oh yeah, no. Cobra Kai is a movie that you watch like Karate Kid. You don't take
Yeah.
it seriously.
Right.
Obviously, look. All these people should be arrested for child abuse.
Why are the police getting involved
Look,
at
this
any
is,
point?
bro. There was a literal fucking karate riot in the school. There's a
Royce,
And they were like, "Hey, knock it off."
Royce, have you caught up to the recent chat?
no. Do not spoil
Okay.
it. I am behind, and I will.
All right. So you said something about
Hey, Frozen.
adults
Hey, Frozen.
beating up children.
Almost
Wait till you
done
get to that
season
part.
1. Almost done season 1.
Okay.
1.
One.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, Pessy. Hey, it's okay. Pessy's one of those dude who it's like the Jim Gaffigan joke. It's like, yeah, I just watched Heat. That was like 14 years ago. Pessy's one of those. Is like, excuse me, I just started watching Cheers. Nobody ruin it for me. By the way,
Hey, you ever seen
Niles.
Shawshank? Stop! Don't spoil it.
Niles.
Niall Fraser.
Hey, Royce, that one dude on that show you were on got mad at me because I made a joke. Because he said spoiler alert on the Dahmer thing.
Oh yeah, these people. But what are you gonna do, man?
I have a buddy who did that. I wish I could remember the movie, but it was real. It was a real story, like
Right.
Dahmer. And I said something about him, the guy going to jail or whatever.
Right.
And my buddy goes, "Dude, I haven't seen it yet."
It's
fuck are you talking about?
It's like, please don't let me know what happens at the end of the Titanic. I don't want to know.
Right, exactly.
I don't want to know. Guys, is everybody fucking excited for the new Avatar water movie? Holy fuck, nobody cares. You know what it
Has
is?
there ever been a
But,
less influential movie that made so much fucking money?
But I'm sure you guys have all heard this, right? I'm sure you guys have all. By the way, I just saw your head says PMT for a second. I thought it said DMT, and I'm like, oh, bro, he's fucked up today.
Yeah, I'm sponsored by.
Hey,
Royce,
man.
I was in the theater. They start playing the trailer. I see one of those Avatar things, right? They start playing the trailer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, the second one's coming. No, 4K remaster of the first one.
Yeah, they released.
Like,
they re-released the first one because they had to. Because the joke is, and this is the joke is a true thing that I've always. You could always, even today, even if people know this, ask them. Name the name of two of your favorite characters in that movie.
Crippled guy,
Giovanni
Sigourney
Ribisi.
Weaver.
No. But that's my point. You can name the actors, sure, but nobody knows the characters in that movie. But so which is crazy because a lot of people are like, for a movie that made that much money, and it made a lot of fucking money, why don't people remember the characters? And I go, you young kids don't remember. The reason that movie made so much money wasn't because it was a good movie, was because the whole James Cameron invented a specific camera for it. And it was this new 4K, 3D technology that never been used. The gimmick wasn't, they basically sold you the sizzle. They didn't sell you the steak, Because
Completely. Now James Cameron is like, I'm making 7 more, and we're like, nah, don't worry about
I'm like,
it, man.
can you not? Hey, man, hear me out. How about a new Alien? Go do that. I'll support you. Go do a new Alien. All right? Apparently.
With a new, just think of something new.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're right. Aliens.
God forbid.
Aliens. 2 of them. There's 3. No, it's the second movie. How about this? Aliens 10, Rise of the Machines. They fight Terminators. All Cameron properties. We do it.
like
Book it. Fucking book
Aliens
it.
versus Terminator
You know what? I'd watch
versus Kruger.
Right.
Versus Avatar.
Versus Lizzo.
Versus Avatar.
Versus Avatar. Avatar's a movie. That's not even. They're called the Na'vi, Frozen. They're called Na'vi.
All I remember from that movie was unobtainium, and that was about it.
By the way, great writing, guy. Great writing, Cameron. Unobtainium. What a genius this man
Why
is.
is it called unobtainium if they obtained it?
Thing.
Yo, how come it's called unobtainium? Hey, ever notice a Na'vi people? They walk like this.
Dude, that really sounds like a fucking Mitch Hedberg joke.
It
like,
does.
Yesterday I went to go get some unobtainium. I guess I obtained it.
That movie is such a fucking pile of shit. And rewatch it, it's a pile of shit. And I know the
Fucking
jokes
sucks.
The jokes are always like, it's Fern Gully, it's Pocahontas. That's not even true. I liked Fern Gully. I enjoyed Pocahontas as a kid. You know what I mean? This movie's just fucking trash. And it was just like bright lights and stuff. But the story was your typical like, oh man, the Native Americans, and they're going to take down the life tree. And for some reason, they fuck with their hair. which is
I mean,
weird.
there are movies that made 1/50th the money that have had more influence and impact, like in culture.
Bro.
Like, no one references Avatar. You can't find anyone that says it's in their top 10 favorite movies.
American Psycho, nobody watched when it came out. It became huge when it came out on DVD. Like,
Right.
and everybody, there's so many Patrick Bateman memes on the internet. Everybody's talking. Everyone could joke. Everyone could quote that movie. Same thing with Fight Club. It made a bunch of money. I don't even know. I don't know if this Black Adam movie is going to be good because I have a big issue with this. Is because the critics gave it like 25% or something. But like the audience gave it like 93%. Like they really like it, the audience. And I'm a big
That's how it
proponent.
always is.
I'm
yeah.
a big proponent of I trust the audience more than I ever do the critics. And somebody made a joke. They said the only reason this has 25% critic review and not 89% positive is because it didn't have a Marvel logo in front of it. And I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of people that talk about there is this kind of weird conspiracy between Disney and how come their movies, even when they suck, get better ratings than they should and stuff like that. I don't know. But what I do know is Disney is very well known to buying out theaters so they have no competition in opening nights. And they do that.
Oh, interesting.
So we could let's see if we got donations first. Probably not. I haven't really done anything. Guys, don't forget we're on the backup channel and also on Rumble because fuck YouTube and they gave whatever. Like I said, the main channel's demonetized, backup channel isn't. But if you want to donate, I'll get more money anyway if you go to the stream elements, which is the description of the video. And yeah, just give me money or whatever. Or you could you could super chat, I guess, but that like goes a lot of it goes to YouTube. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's do. We'll do Texas Street Fights here in a second. So, look, a lot of people have been talking about like the whole grooming thing and all that stuff. Talking about. Sorry, I apologize. Thank you for correcting me. A lot of people are talking about the grooming and all that stuff. But we were talking before the show a little bit, and we were just like, you know, what was like sex ed for like you in high school? You know what I mean? Like I guess for me it was the PE teacher also did the health class.
Right.
And it was nice though because the PE teacher used to be a cheerleader and she was the cheerleading coach, so she was a MILF, right? So that was nice seeing her
pretty rare.
I know, trust me, putting a condom on a banana, but or walking around with those. They walked around with I don't know if this is different for you guys, but they walked around with like these basically faux testicles, but they had like.
What?
I swear to bro, let me explain to you. Okay, it's good. Then I got to show you.
What year were you in high school?
I graduated in 2000. So they came around with faux testicles, and they were basically like two knit stockings, if I would consider it, filled with some sort of sand. I don't know. I'm being honest, okay? And then they would give you a regular one, as I would call it, the control testicle. And it was to basically show guys, you know, how to look for lumps. So you're sitting there with two balls, like, well, one, two, technically four balls in your hands, or two sacks. I know, this is nuts.
So many balls.
And so many. And one of them is, you know, fine, but then the other one to simulate lumps, bro. And I shit you not on my life, they put like coins in it. So I'm like, wait, if I feel like I have a quarter in my balls, then I have cancer. Like, I swear to God. So it's like quarters sticking out through sand in like a fucking, I don't know, sack. That's what I learned. And I also saw the health teacher put a condom on a banana. And I remember watching a video about STDs, but I could not remember the name of it because I would happily play it on this show if I could.
Have you found these lessons helpful over the years?
I mean, honestly, if you ever need to look for a quarter in a bag of sand, bro, I'm your guy. Like, I know how to do that. But honestly, outside of that, like, most of the stuff I learned about sex was on Cinemax at like midnight. So that was me.
It's totally different from my experience.
Okay, go ahead.
I went to Catholic school.
Oh,
so
what did they do? The priest fuck you and told you this is what's normal? Close, close, right? There was always one. Let me explain something to you. Catholic or not, there was always that one teacher in the school where you're like, I don't know about that one, you know?
No, but for us, it was 8th grade, and the class was divided into boys and girls,
Yep.
and all we did was watch a sex ed movie from the 80s.
Yeah, and then the teacher was like, "All right, you can anonymously ask any question you want, and you can put it in this box, and then I'll answer them, right?"
Mhm.
And then I remember, I'll always remember the first 3 questions. So the first one was, "Can you poop out of your penis?" The second one was, "If I
Hold
sneeze
on,
on the
hold on. What was the answer? Can you?
He crumpled it out. He wasn't happy. He did. These weren't answered. The second question
word.
Let me
was
cite this episode of South Park as Exhibit A.
the second episode was or the episode. The second question was, why is Jeff gay?
I
Jeff
mean,
didn't like that.
why is Jeff gay would be amazing. Because as you know why I know Jeff's gay?
The teacher just goes, look at him, and then just keeps. But yeah, so that was fun.
And then we revisited the topic again in 10th grade in high school, and it was 10th grade religion class, and all we did was watch.
I kind of feel it's unfair for a Catholic school to teach religion cash.
Sex ed in religion class?
I kind of feel it's fucked up for a Catholic school to teach religion class because I feel they're going to be biased towards one.
I mean,
Right?
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like an Islam, fucking Muslim school teaching a women's right fucking thing. I have a feeling they're not gonna really be fair to the women.
oh, well, you'll like this, Royce. So because we're Canadian, right?
You are?
had-
Get the fuck out of here. R.I.P. Norm. Sorry, go ahead.
So for that class, all we had to do was watch a old episode from the of Degrassi about abortion.
Pause.
Oh.
Pause your mouth. Canadian sex ed involves an episode of Degrassi?
If that was a sitcom,
didn't
you'd be like,
know
this is
this.
hack.
Also, remember,
Holy
Catholic school,
shit!
Canadian
Yeah.
Catholic school.
Yeah,
Okay,
Royce.
so I went to Christian school up until 8th grade. In 9th grade, I went to Catholic high school for 1 year, and then the last 3 years I went to public high school. But when I went to Catholic high school for 1 year, you think that they made you watch an episode of Degrassi? They made us, and on God, they made us watch a partial birth abortion. On my life. And my class was right before lunch, so obviously I didn't eat. And it was the grossest, worst thing with no warning that they've ever sprung on any student ever.
Oh.
I mean, I guess
You wanna
except for
talk about-
I guess except for like Sandy Hook and stuff, but like non-school shooting related, it is the worst thing.
Oh, and you want to talk about indoctrination? 6th grade, they gave us something about abortion. They brought in a like one of those anti-abortion groups.
A fetal,
And they
like
had-
a fetal
they-
pig. They bring in
Yeah.
they bring a fucking fetus in a formaldehyde
You're gonna
jar.
dissect this baby.
So they they're talking about abortion, and they brought each girl up like from the class to hold this little tiny like toy baby
Okay.
to represent that this is the child that you are going to this is the life that you're going to destroy if you were to have an abortion.
But again, seems a little biased. I'm just saying. And by the way, I'm a pro-life guy, but I just want to be saying that's a little biased in my opinion.
All right, so we're gonna start this Catholic sex ed class. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yucky. No.
They hand him the fetus. They're like, all right, now go ahead, kill it.
Some of the I
That's your
remember
assignment.
I remember because this. Oh God, you guys reminded me.
Shoot the
'Cause
dog.
In 9th grade, I went through a Catholic sex ed class, but then in public school, I went through the public school, which is the one I mentioned earlier with the fucking quarter balls. If I remember, because it was the same class that showed the abortion, I remember some of the stuff they were saying now growing up, I look back and go, you guys are they were being ridiculous. Like, you know, they were just trying to scare you, obviously, but it was like, you guys are just so fucking dumb. Like, it, you know, especially like, I think that they really overhype the dangers of pre-cum, you know? Like it's like even a microscopic dot could get you triple pregnant. I'm like, hey, your pullout game's good, bro. I'm be honest with you.
But probably not. Right?
Look, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Does it happen? Absolutely, it happens. People get pregnant on birth control. It happens. But just get better pullout game, bro. Come on, man. Think of baseball. Anyway. Leading all into that. Wait, Pessy, did you say yours?
For what?
Your sex ed?
Yeah. Oh no, not the one that I was telling you about. No, mine was just fairly normal. Like they separated the boys from the girls. They taught us the regular stuff.
And then they separated you by races.
No, that was gym class. Basketball. It was weird.
Your team always lost. Pessy's team always lost.
Well, I was the only Jews. He kept putting me with the black guys, but I'm like, dude, I don't think you understand.
No,
we're not good at this.
Pessy was the only Jew, so they kept trying to make him coach.
They
kept giving him a whistle and a clipboard.
Hey, so I was so chubby in high school. No, it was never active. Never had
the team's CFO.
That's right.
Mine was fairly normal. Mine was fairly normal with like they tried to be as scientific about it. It was pretty based actually. Like it was basically like the penis goes in the vagina,
right?
Makes the sperm, makes the baby. Like it was basically like that. And then, like I said, we watched a movie called The Gift, which was not the horror movie with Katie Holmes,
not the AIDS subculture thing, right?
Yes. Not
okay,
that either.
good.
But it was about a kid who basically found out where his parents were hiding his Christmas gift, and he kept sneaking it out.
And then he fucked up the death. What a weird. It
was a puppy.
John Carpenter's The Gift.
But yeah, it was basically a metaphor where if you he kept playing with the toy, and then by the time Christmas came, he actually got it and he was tired of it.
So wait, it was an anti-porn or anti-jerking off?
I think it was jerking off / sex. Like if you have sex when you're young, when you finally meet that person that you love, and it comes time to have sex with them, it's not going to be special.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, if I eat a bunch of pizza, I'm not gonna like pizza later. Go fuck yourself. By the way, that is so stupid. It's so dumb. How fucking dumb is that? It's like, oh yeah, you're right.
Enough pizza that my tongue falls off.
Sorry, honey, I can't enjoy sex with you because I got too many hand jobs in high school. Shut up. Like
I feel like we were right on the cusp where they still tried to convince you that jerking off was bad.
No, you're right, guys. When did you graduate, Mike? What year?
2009.
Okay, so yeah, you were absolutely, because I think it started getting kind of weird 2012, 2013ish. So you're right. So you're right. I agree with that. So yeah, we're right on that level before it became like, okay, guys, let's stop being ridiculous. I'd rather have him jerk off than get chicks pregnant. So why don't you just let him jerk off? You know?
So, yeah, I mean, now they just teach you how to jerk off in health class, right. I imagine.
Yeah, they do. Fucking drag time jerk off hour. They just come in and they just jerk everybody off.
All right, kids, lesson starts now.
Oh God, that's gross. And it's that big titty chop teacher.
Oh no.
So anyway, Mike, what was yours? Normal?
I mean, I really didn't get any of this because my health teacher was like a big time conspiracy theorist.
Oh, that's amazing. Hold on a second.
I just remember
that's even better.
The one class I very vividly remember is when she was talking about like charities and why you shouldn't give to charity. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Do you know what the head of the American Cancer Association drives?" And I was like, how is this health class?
You had the best health teacher. I would love to have a conspiracy teacher. I did once. Not in high school, but in college. Listen to me. I don't want to fucking tell you my knowledge, but I dropped out of community college. But when I was there, when I was in community college, I took an economics class. Now keep in mind, I graduated in 2000, and shortly after 9/11, and this is relevant to the story. Shortly after 9/11 is when I started community college, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going there was an economics teacher, bald guy, glasses, kind of looked like Colin Robinson from What We Do in the Shadows, kind of with the horseshoe thing. So anyway, we're supposed to learn economics. Guys, I shit you not. This, and mind you, this isn't like now. This is like right after 9/11, okay? He started saying George Bush did 9/11. in my economics class, okay, we should be learning supply and demand. George Bush did 9/11. He came with all these printed papers saying, like, look, once they find out that he did it, heads are going to hang. It's unbelievable. It was an inside job. Saudi Arabia, Israel. And then he gave us an economics test, I swear to God, and then we all failed it. Everybody failed it because he wasn't teaching us. So then I remember when we all got the Fs, this is fucking 90% of the class got together and they go, look, either we get another test or we're gonna go to the administration with you teaching us 9/11 conspiracy theories. And back then it would have been worse because like right after 9/11, so everyone was super fake patriotic. And he went on and just gave us all A's. We didn't have to take the test again. And he never talked about it again after that. But I thought it was one of the weirdest things. Like, this guy was, like, into it. I am talking about, like, InfoWars, slamming the table, Pepe Silva into it. And I was like, all right, well, and that was early on. That guy was an OG.
You got to respect those people because it was before it was cool.
It's
now
not,
you have, QAnon and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
This is when it was risky to be a conspiracy.
Yeah, this is when you were a fucking nut. You know?
You lived on the fringes.
Yeah.
This was like those, remember that time where like someone would, out of the blue, you'd be at like a party and someone would lean into you and be like,
you got invited to those?
You ever see this, you ever see Loose Change?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Like,
yes.
oh, God, not you.
Yes.
I was at the age that came out maybe when I was like a freshman in high school. I was at the perfect age to be like, well, it's an inside. This is 100% correct. I believe it.
Well, by the way, look, and the truth of the matter is, some of the stuff in Loose Change is true. Like, I'm not going to get into the weeds here, but there's a lot of Tower 7, for example, is a big one. But it's just weird that I was there to learn economics, and I was like, okay, I mean,
hey, I was at the party to party.
Good point. Good point. Hey, have you heard of Loose Change? No. That girl will give you a hand job if you did. Yes. And he just walks over there. Pessy's just getting jerked
You
off.
can show me any documentary, and I will believe whatever their angle is by the end of it.
Bro, especially if the voiceover guy's British, I'm in. Like, I'm believing you
Yeah.
immediately. Like, right away, I'm going to go, this guy definitely sounds smarter than me. So,
Well, can you imagine just be like, oh, yeah, so what they're telling you about September 11th
Oh, God, no.
really the truth.
okay, so you're like sort of a Fargo. A Fargo.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, hon.
Don't you know, is what I said.
Don't ya know?
Don't ya know? Hey, let's come over. I made a casserole. Let's watch the 37th revision of Loose Change. Anyway, all that leads to this. I found the very first sex education film shown in public schools.
Oh, wow.
1962. So, I have a feeling this one's going to be fun. I've only skimmed it. I haven't watched it, but let's check it out.
This is Mr. Penis. Mr. Penis.
This
is happy.
leader is provided to permit the projectionist to complete adjustments before the film begins.
Okay.
The volume and tone are identical with the soundtrack which follows.
By the way, this guy would have voiced over a conspiracy theory movie. Believe him. I wouldn't believe this guy. I believe this guy immediately.
I already believe it.
This guy
Whatever
would
he
have.
says about dicks, I believe.
Why would this guy lie to me? Why would this guy lie to me? He has no need to. Kind of weird that everybody in it's called Human Growth Second Edition, but everybody on it is white.
I had only one song back then. This is the intro to every '60s television show.
every single '60s show or like any educational film. Like, have you seen the? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, literally, just Spotify. Just look up the Always Sunny in Philadelphia soundtrack,
Yeah.
and it's every old game show.
This is basically, this music sounds like they're changing scenes in a Bewitched episode. I don't like this whimsical stuff when you're about to talk about fucking, bro.
I think it gets you in the mood.
Oh.
Samantha, you turned the mailman into a horse.
Oh, back in the 60s, they put all the credits in the front of the movie. because they knew people. No, but think about it, because they knew people were just gonna fucking leave afterwards.
Yeah, they used to do like promos before shows too, where it's like, here's what you're gonna see this week.
Yeah, exactly.
And newsreels.
1945.
This is Jenny. She's a whore.
Wow, Jenny is she a maid? Jenny's dressed like a maid.
In this tribe, the hair was cut in a special style.
Is that a two-spirit? So they're looking at a book in a tribe, I guess about tribes, and it's a stereotypical drawing of a Native American.
That's Bridget Nielsen.
But also he's basically naked except for a loincloth.
When a boy reached adolescence.
Josie, don't bother George.
He's retarded. We don't have a word for that yet, so we just call him dumb.
We just keep him in the basement.
Yeah, like Bart's twin.
Josie, don't bother George. Whoa.
You almost finished with that report, George?
Yeah, just about.
He's reading about Indian boys, adolescents like him.
Get those savages out of my house.
This young boy who grew up to be Snyder, the owner of the Washington football team, or whatever they're called now. I'm gonna show those Indians a thing or two. You'll see. I'll show them all.
Oh, those are redskins you're looking at, son. Oh, you don't say.
We no longer call them prairiers anymore. I said finger.
Why don't you grow up?
Grow up? I'm just as grown up as you are, even if you are older.
Well, see, women were really bad at math back then, and also now. Frozen, do me a favor. You're the Asian guy. Correct any math problems we have. Thank you.
Okay. Says who?
Mrs. Baker. She said that girls mature about a year earlier than boys.
And then she took my clothes off and diddled me, and she told me if I told, I would get in trouble too.
All right, now run along.
The whimsical music plays again, and then she does tell, and the dad gets mad at her and calls her a whore.
I suppose if
Well,
she
if
said
you weren't such a bad girl, the principal wouldn't have spanked you.
This kid on the floor looks like fucking Nick Fuentes, but do America First thing.
a genius, you'd believe her.
Yes, I would.
Now, George, I think Josie is right in believing Mrs. Baker. She's a lovely person and a very good teacher.
All the kids.
She can't do a
You're
real.
wrong. You don't believe whores.
That's right, exactly. Then the kid opens up and he goes, "What about my trust no bitch chest tattoo? Then explain that." I'm gonna
Expelled.
teach immediately.
At school like her.
Hey, Dad, here's something for my report.
Oh, what's that, George?
It says here that Asian women's vaginas are sideways. Frozen, is that true?
No,
Well, I don't know. I'm wondering. I have no idea.
maybe.
Never been with an Asian chick. 30 minutes after you're horny again.
Only the grown people have clothes on.
Okay.
Only the grown people have clothes.
Yeah, I mean it's just a drawing basically of a Native American and then like a naked baby.
Say, Mom, can I wear this skirt tomorrow?
Yes, Josie, I've almost finished hemming
Sure,
it.
if you want to get raped.
You're fucking seriously. Now we have to make sure it's 13 inches below your knee or you're a hooker.
I mean, are you asking for it? Is that what you're saying, little girl?
Jenny, that's way too much ankle.
You know if that skirt goes... Oh, I was like,
Jenny, you know if that skirt goes above the knee, you'll attract every Negro in the 5-mile radius.
What did I say? No jive talking in this house.
Sure that until they were 12 or 13 years old, the children wore no clothes at all. The wearing of loincloths and skirts was considered a sign of sexual maturity.
That's interesting, George. And it ties...
rips it up.
Rips the book. I was going to say something. He takes the kid's book and just rips it in half.
Actually, not that interesting. Why isn't the dad like, why are you telling me
Oh,
this?
no, actually, the dad's going to rip the naked pictures out and keep it for himself.
Josie was telling us about.
Now get out of here.
Very
Beat it.
interesting. Now, shouldn't you be at the coal mines?
Put more
Take these lucky strikes and run along.
put more lead gasoline in my car.
We saw that film last year.
I'm on the preview committee, Dad.
Don't forget to use those asbestos gloves so that gasoline doesn't harm your fingers.
Want to be safe, of course.
I'm going to tell the class what to look for in the film.
Well, have you decided what you're going to say?
Yes, the 14 words. What?
I'm going to tell them that the most
We
important
must secure a few.
things to look for are the changes that take place in our bodies and feelings when we grow up.
No.
That's not you, Frozen? Okay, good. Making sure.
Grow up?
That is, when we become adolescents.
We've used that word adolescent before. Who can tell us what it means?
Old enough to fuck?
Yeah, you got it. Okay, class dismissed.
Dorothy?
Well, it's boys and girls just beginning to mature. It happens when they're about our age.
That's right, Dorothy. Are there any other points from the preview committee?
Yes, Mrs. Baker. Warren has a list of questions we'd like to project for the class to see.
Oh, boy, this is a problem. You never let the crowd ask the questions, man. It gets really, really dicey, bro.
That's good. Go
Why
right
is my penis so hard?
ahead, Warren.
Why does my mom says I'm the best at making out?
John, would you put out the front lights, please?
Undertaker comes out. When does human growth begin?
When I'm looking at you, sweetheart.
When you fall. Oh, that's a go. That's okay. All right.
Hunka.
How does one grow before birth? I don't know, bro. I was told there was a clump of cells. Number 3. Do boys and girls grow at the same rate? No.
Not Deborah over there.
Women mature very young and men don't ever. So that's pretty much where we're at. Understand something, that the same joke that made us laugh, fart joke that made us laugh when we're 12 will still make us laugh right now. It's the same joke.
We're simple.
We're very simple. We're a simple people. What are the main growth changes that occur during childhood and adolescent? Okay, well, for me, it's you stop playing Fortnite and start playing Call of Duty.
When does human growth begin? How much does one grow?
Okay, I'm skipping this
before
part because I
birth?
already read this.
Boys and girls grow at changes that occur.
The committee
you
did
go.
very well. The film will...
Wait, this is the January 6th committee? I feel like they have more important...
They started plotting very early.
We're going to subpoena your uterus.
See this morning will give the answers to these questions. It will also show the earliest phases of growth, as well as the changes that take place during childhood and adolescence.
Just kidding. We're gonna watch Are We There Yet starring Ice Cube. I'm a substitute. I don't need to try.
And I am hungover.
Yeah, I'm real. So everyone keep it down. Leave the lights off, Tim. Thank you.
It will help you to understand the way the
I'm gonna watch The Goonies for the 50th time.
Just sitting there with both hands on her coffee cup, just moaning into it.
cycle of human growth is repeated over and over from generation to generation. And now we're ready for the film.
It's one of those big
Now
old...
that I've given you no information, we're prepared.
Right, we're ready. Because it's still the 50s. We don't want to get too deep into the weeds here. Click. It's one of those old big projectors, too.
When we talk about growth, we usually think of growing up.
Welcome to Lucky Strike Sex Ed. That's right. Smoking increases your test centers in your testicles. Oh, wow, okay.
Before you start having sex, you have to worry about nutrition as a baby. Having 3 cigarettes per day will make you nice and strong. Every morning, hold your baby up to your wife's face so he can practice hitting her. Because you won't be alive forever, but someone's going to have to.
Hey, John, did you forget something? That's right, the backhand. And he's just, bah!
Ah, yes, the backhand, popular in tennis and domestic abuse.
And this was brought to you by Lucky Strikes.
Lucky Strike cigarettes. Don't
If
forget.
there's one thing you need to know about sex, there's nothing better than a post-coital lucky strike.
That's right.
Lucky strikes. She's lucky if you don't strike her.
I kind of Lucky Strike. What? Lucky Strike. Give that to a reward for your wife when she doesn't fuck up your casserole. It is true though. The weirdest shit used to sponsor stuff back in the day.
But the long road of
The
growth
following
is not
this
just
is brought to you by Domestic Assault. Domestic Assault. This casserole isn't a steak.
Oh, this segment is brought to you by Domestic Assault. Not just for cops anymore.
How is this a product? Who's benefiting from this?
The cops.
It would mean
Hold on, let me check. Coca-Cola.
Turns out this is all Coca-Cola owns this. A subsidiary of Pfizer.
Little baby would someday look like this.
A fucking retard? Oh no! They made the baby grow, but he still has baby proportions. I don't like it.
Now,
It's a young
let's
Andre
see
the
how
Giant.
human beings really grow. Here are two average babies.
This is really terrible animation, guys. I mean, also, why are we watching a sex ed movie within a sex ed movie? That seems weird.
Yeah, and why is the technology they're watching it on worse than the one that this film?
I don't understand what's going on.
A little boy and a little girl.
Wow. First off, way to assume they're gender bigot. Excuse me, those babies will decide when they be ready.
Babies.
That's great if you splice these teachers or these teachings with like modern day kids.
It would be actually hilarious. I think the government should mandate these new fucking pink-haired teachers to play this video still and have them and not be allowed to interject and have them loudly sigh through the whole thing.
Her uterus?
Her.
One of the best jokes from Simpsons, and they're watching the sex ed video, and Krabappel goes, "He's faking it."
Yes, exactly. Oh, that's right. The Simpsons. He's
faking
faking it.
In a few years, they will reach maturity. During the first 3 years, growth is very rapid.
Okay.
The boy and girl become twice as tall and 5 times as heavy as they were at birth.
Oh my God! At this rate, they'll turn into huge Cloverfield monsters by the time they're 20.
Needed to learn
By
this.
the age of
Which one of
6.
these kids is sitting there like, was I always this tall, or
Wait a second, I was little at some point?
was I born this size?
I will never know that feeling.
I'm so confused.
It's still more height and weight. Notice that the boy is a little bigger than the girl.
You better believe it.
Yeah, so you can bully her around.
Just push her around a little bit.
Yeah, so she gets mouthy. You know what to do.
This should be narrated by Sean Connery. That would be even funnier. You gotta slap her around.
At 9, arms, legs, and trunks have become long and
I don't think they're called trunks, right? Trunks?
slender, giving the body a slim appearance.
Okay.
At about this age, the girl grows more rapidly than the boy. By 12 or 13, the average girl is taller and heavier than the boy,
That's your peak, ladies. 12.
and she looks more mature. At 15, the girl's growth slows down, while usually the boy keeps on growing rapidly for another year or two. When
Specifically, his fist. Watch your eyes, ladies.
they reach their late teens or early 20s, they are fully mature people.
Okay.
With the boy
That's
again
when they
being
really take the reins in the relationship.
That's right.
appreciably larger than the girl.
That's where the man goes works in a mine and the woman becomes a homemaker. That's it. That's all you had.
Get your bitching in before your 20s, ladies.
Yes.
Because it's not going to fly after that.
Everybody wants to do Mad Men shit until it's time to do Mad Men shit.
By comparing the adult with the child, we can see the growth changes more clearly.
I don't know if this is really sex ed. I know how growth works.
Notice that the adult
It's not even ed. It's not education.
No,
in any way.
it's just things. This is just be things.
No, this is more refined. This is Sex Edward.
Oh, Sex Edward, I see.
And the arms, legs, and
I believe he was replaced by Sex Ruffalo in the subsequent movies, though.
trunk relatively longer.
I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Boy's shoulders are broad and his body muscular. while the girl's body is more curved.
Sex Ruffalo sounds like a fucking club that Jeffrey Dahmer would have stalked.
Thus, we see that growth is more than just growing up. The form of the body changes as well.
Yes. We know.
You ladies
Growth
really
is
develop dead ass.
The narrator starts to get personal.
The man continues to grow. His penis, however, stays the same. His small, pathetic, crappy, shitty little penis.
Wait, what?
That his wife won't touch.
Wait, I feel like this narrator is like taking out some personal stuff in this video.
Yes, you're a shriveled up pecker that will never satisfy a woman. It remains the same.
When the husband goes to work, the wife will go see Dan, the mailman. He's packing.
The only
he's half African because he's half coon.
Controlled by tiny organs called glands within our bodies. One of the most important of these is the pituitary gland located in the head.
Okay.
It secretes chemicals into our blood.
Okay.
The chemicals are called hormones, and they regulate body growth.
Yeah, well, buddy, let me tell you something. I override that with a chemical called Molly. I have some life hacks for you guys.
The pituitary hormone influences the secretions of other glands, notably the testes.
Now we're getting into it.
Now we're getting into the good stuff.
And
Now we're
ovaries,
getting sexy.
located in the pelvic region of the body.
So at this point, Royce, did you have to hold the sock?
It wasn't a sock, you motherfucker. It was made out of like some sort of lining. It wasn't like a sock. It was like, think of like a stocking.
The testes
Sock
secrete
with
the
2
male
walnuts in
sex
it.
There was no walnuts.
hormone, and the ovaries the female sex hormone. Presence of these
Oh no, you're filled with spaghetti?
hormones in the blood brings about many changes in the bodies of both boys and girls.
Men become handsome, work hard. Women never shut the fuck up.
This is also of use to no one because
Yeah.
you're never in a sexual encounter and you're like, well, women have ovaries and I have testicles.
Yes, quiet.
Doesn't help anything.
Quiet.
And in the way they feel and act, too.
Oh yeah, they're making the woman moody. In this little cartoon, the woman's super moody. That's
Okay, I like this.
hilarious. Based.
Now, this will happen every day, but particularly 3 to 5 days a month.
Don't worry, boys. She'll be mad leading up to that, too.
For boys, hair begins to grow on the face.
Well, not for you, Frozen, but for other guys.
Not
That's
just the
both hurtful.
face.
That's hurtful.
Is it
Very
wrong?
hurtful.
Boys and girls, hair grows under the arms, in the pubic region, and elsewhere on the
Ah,
body.
see?
The breasts
Did you notice how the guy looks way happier than the girl in this picture? Like, the girl is fucking miserable. And the guy's like, yeah, Chad, cool, 5 o'clock shadow. The girl's like, oh, my hair.
breasts of the girl
Oh.
begin to
Ladies,
develop.
you'll have hair everywhere and you're going to have to get rid of it so you're not repulsive.
Guys, keep it there. Women will find it attractive. Nice. We fucking got a good deal. This is great.
Kev the Mev in the chat is correcting us. Girls have beards now.
Okay, you know what? That's fair point.
The vocal cords of both boys and girls get larger and their voices deepen. These physical changes make the boy feel more manly
Okay.
and the girl more womanly.
Wow, man. A modern day sex ed
Okay.
teacher, a modern day sex ed teacher would be losing their fucking mind watching this.
Both feel independent. They begin to be interested in members of the other sex, in social activities, and in being together.
If
These
you
are
don't fit
normal
in this group, we will round you up and put you in a camp.
feelings. In addition to hormones, the testes and ovaries produce the male and female sex cells from which we all have our beginning. The male cell, or sperm cell, is so small it can be seen only with a microscope.
Hey, you
When
know
we
what? Hey,
magnify-
fuck you, bro. All right, I'm not judging your size.
By the sperm cell many times, we see the head containing the nucleus and the tail that wiggles and causes the cell to move.
You'll want to dump this
The
organism
female
onto
cell,
your
or
lady's
ova.
back.
And or face. Don't worry, boys. She'll protest, but she can't stop you.
While
Although
larger
I'll
than
admit
the
it
sperm.
feels better if you just shoot it straight into her.
Don't. That's a common mistake.
Is
Does she
still
not
no
like
bigger.
the taste? Spend a week eating this ethnic delight called pineapple.
Sure,
This
these people.
Samoan treat.
Sure, these Samoans look like savages, but they have the best tasting cum in the 48 states.
Than a pinpoint.
Thank God that was clean.
It's not gonna work. 48 states would see. There's 50 frozen.
That's awfully specific. Yeah.
By
Call it
enlarging
Maori
the
nectar.
ovum many times, we can see the cell wall and the disc-like nucleus. When the sperm from the father unites with the ovum from the mother, growth begins. The nucleus of each sex cell contains the genes and chromosomes which determine the heredity of the child, his resemblance to his parents, and other characteristics.
Unless the mother drinks, then that all goes out the window.
When the
Which
mother
we still
drinks,
promote during this time.
And then we'll make a woman that everybody pretends is attractive and make her do a movie called The Queen's Gambit, even though she clearly has fetal alcohol syndrome.
to find out what happens when the mother drinks to the baby, insert reel 2, cleft lips.
Take a look at this mongoloid.
That's right. This gentleman suffers from what we now know as Joaquin Phoenix syndrome. Well, you'll be having to grow a mustache and a beard for the rest of your career.
When a boy is between the ages of 13 and 16, the testes begin to produce sperm cells.
Okay.
These sperm cells are carried through the tubes in a thick, colorless liquid called semen, and at certain times are expelled through the penis.
I mean, I wouldn't call it colorless.
Wait. At certain times, as opposed to what? Where else does it come out? Am I missing something here? Is there
I don't know.
I think he's avoiding saying when you jerk off.
Yeah.
Wait. Is this like, that whole thing where it's like, that whole theory where it's like, if you could access your full brain, you'd be like psychic?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, is there something where it's like, if we can access the other gland, can we,
All I'm saying is like Closer brought it up. Can you believe that this is probably that a movie from the 60s is probably more biologically accurate than current sex ed? Yeah, it's true.
That's probably true, yeah.
mm-hmm.
Also, this diagram is not actual size. Mine is a little bit bigger.
This is a normal function
That'd be
of
great
the
if
body.
the whole film, this guy just keeps wanting you to know that his dick is
He has a
bigger
big
than whatever's
dick.
in the diagram.
Here we see the average man's penis. Not mine, though. Mine's huge.
But again, I am a little larger than the average man.
I'm not saying my penis is big, but my sperm have to make gas stops before they get out of my penis hole.
I'm not saying it's big, but I haven't heard any complaints.
I'm not saying it's big, but my wife is now in a wheelchair.
In addition to the ovaries, the sex organs of the girl consist of the tubes,
Texting, being a bitch, complaining, and starting an OnlyFans.
the uterus, and the vagina.
And a pentagram
When a
right
girl-
here.
Wait, what?
I said
Girl is
ovaries.
between the ages of 12 and 15. The ovaries begin to produce
Aw, that uterus looks like the fucking robot that stabs people in Futurama.
ova
All
or
makes
egg
sense.
cells. About once every month, an ovum ripens and leaves the ovary, moving into the
Ew.
tube.
Ripens is such a
While the
funny
ovum
term.
moves slowly along the tube,
Ooh, what a ripe egg.
These ladies are ripe.
where's the next time your woman's on her period, just go, a ripe ovum.
the uterus becomes richly supplied with blood to nourish the egg.
We know.
But if the ovum doesn't meet a sperm cell, it fails to grow and is discharged. Some days later, the uterus sheds its lining and a little blood passes from the body.
And this is when she becomes a
Bleeding.
great big bitch.
A little?
Yeah, it's
Gentlemen,
not
you're
a
going to
little.
want to batten down the hatches during these days.
Little is really more of an, subjective term.
Creases and in a few days stop.
I'm sure there's women in the chat that'll be like, little my fucking ass. You know what I mean? It really depends on who the fuck you're asking.
Completely.
It's a lot less than they'd have you believe.
Because they're liars.
This crop.
Hey, you hear that? You hoes in the chat. You only like 2 little drops of blood. Why are you mad all the time?
They love to complain, but I'm here to tell you it's a small amount of blood.
Oh fuck.
But if you say that to them, you'll never hear the end of it.
BB in chat, stop exploiting our uteruses, Royce.
Yeah, well, stop exploding your uterus onto my fucking couch cushions, you dumb whores.
Damn straight.
I'm kidding, BB Truth. I mean, not about the dumb whore part. Women have to be outside in my house when they're on the period. You're an outside girlfriend now.
It's called menstruation.
Oh, good. This is
when you have to find them different lodgings so they can be in isolation for a few days.
Menstruation, not to be confused with menstruation, where it's where a white man puts on blackface. Okay. All right. Keep in mind, it's very close when they still do it. It's still 62. That wasn't that far in the past.
The whole cycle
Menstruation is a
begins
much more fun period of time.
Oh, fuck.
again with another ovum
As an example, here's Ted Danson.
ripening, usually in the opposite ovary. During early adolescence, the menstrual cycle may be quite irregular.
We know, because you never hear the end of it.
I can't get past the phrase right.
It usually takes a
I'm sorry. All of a sudden, Mike is grossed out by a ripe uterus. Oh, big deal. You know who else has a
We
ripe
call these young ladies green bananas.
You know who else has a ripe uterus? Miami MILF. Well, at this point, it's rotten. But still,
Jesus Christ.
Well, hear me out, Frozen. It's because it's so old that there's tumbleweeds and Old West people having shootouts at high noon in her uterus.
So Mike, so the way you check if an ovum is ripe is does it smell good? And when you tap it, does it have a hollow sound?
So Royce, is it the true enter the Badlands for her?
Oh my god. Oh fuck. Her fucking Miami MILF's uterus looks like Mad Max, like the dust scene, the new one. And you know it's fun. She's probably gonna listen to the replay and gonna be pissed if she's good at chat. She'll message me later.
I disagree. I think Miami MILF's vagina is like an old Scottish castle. It's run down, but it's beautiful in its own way.
Yeah, but now it's getting filled with minorities.
Jesus. I don't know this poor woman. I don't know who her mom is.
I do. She's been in my home.
Miami MILF.
And now she lives in one.
Oh God.
I love Miami MILF. She's one of my favorite people. Oh, fuck. Sorry. She's probably not watching.
She's now
this.
rushing to her phone just to give you the business.
Her jitterbug, but yeah. There she is. There she is. I hate you all. Hi, MILF.
Year or two for a rhythm to become established. These functions begin as we attain sexual maturity. But all of us do not mature at the same age. These boys and girls, for example, are all 13 years old.
And they're being shipped to Epstein's Island.
No, the third one is not me, Royce.
No, Royce, they're being drafted.
You're right. Oh, that's right. They're going off to the war in Vietnam. What?
It's gonna transition to all of them wearing fatigues.
Yet among them we see many differences in size and maturity.
Some of them are asking for it a little more.
That's what they're saying, apparently.
Also, I like that they included an Asian, but they didn't include the other races.
Oh, fuck.
These differences
white man
and the
with
fact
tiny eyes.
that girls usually mature
Charlie Kirk?
earlier than boys, both physically and emotionally, sometimes create problems. But
Really?
by the time
Because
boys
that
and
looks like the luckiest boy in the world.
Yeah, I always laugh at that whenever like a shorter dude's going out with like a tall, hot chick. It's like, oh, wow, going out with a man. I'm like, yeah, but you call me whatever the fuck I want. I'm banging a 12. You know what I mean? It's like, who do you I don't care.
If you're into women that are like a good couple, like a way taller than you, then I look at you and I go, a Futurama fan.
And
Classy.
not only that, but I mean, that's every woman for Frozen.
When girls reach
Yeah,
their late
come on now.
teens,
Every sex Frozen's ever had is the snoo type.
these problems
Yeah,
will have
you
been
gotta climb her like a coconut tree.
There you go.
solved.
Someone should commission art
Also,
of like a Renaissance painting of like a really like Frozen's favorite female wrestler, but like cradling him like a baby, like a
China.
Renaissance baby.
China. It would have to be China. It would have to be China cradling Frozen like a baby.
by the time they have completed their education,
Oil painting.
Yeah, and he has to have the biggest smile on his face.
have steady jobs,
Great tapers on it now.
want to get married,
Well,
Or
hold on.
leave,
Let's
whichever one.
let's hear this because sorry, this part is really important to wonder how people react to this part right here.
problems. But by the time boys and girls reach their late teens, these problems will have been solved. Also, by the time they have completed their education, have steady jobs, want to get married, and are ready to accept the responsibility of
Of Jesus Christ in their heart. Remember, it's the '60s, so there's also religion in this.
having and raising
This is
children.
when you can start coming.
Not before then.
Not a
The
moment
differences in sexual maturity will have disappeared.
Now that they've
Human growth.
created a home, they can fill it with the smell of delicious Marlboro cigarettes. Marlboro cigarettes. Blow them in your baby's face.
Marlboro cigarettes. If it killed you, why is this cowboy smoking them?
Can begin only when the
Also,
sperm
keep your family safe with asbestos. Asbestos.
cells of the father during mating pass from the penis into the vagina of the mother. The sperm cells use their thread-like tails to move into
Does it
the
just go silent?
What?
Did he stop talking?
No, I don't think so.
uterus and tubes.
Can you hear
Oh,
it?
there you go. There you go.
If the sperm cells meet an ovum, and one sperm succeeds in breaking through the cell wall, fertilization occurs.
Okay.
The nucleus of the sperm joins with the nucleus of the ovum,
Okay.
and growth begins.
Yeah, but you're not explaining the sex ed part. Like, sex ed is supposed to teach you how you have sex.
That's what I'm saying.
this is
Knowing
just-
the science behind it doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, this is just the end result of what sex is, but it doesn't really. You know what I mean? It seems weird. It's like I get it. Like you're still doing like but like how?
Right. Are you experienced in sex? Well, I know the term ovum.
So I'll have you know, yes. fucking, yo, baby, what that ovum do? Damn, girl, I want to put my nucleus in your nucleus.
Hey, baby. I saw you across the bar, and I could smell your ovum be ripe.
I was hoping you were going to work ripen.
Yo, ripe ovum.
Fertilized ovum begins to divide into many cells.
Ladies, you want to get guys in your Tinder profile, make sure you write that you have a ripe ovum.
While moving along the tube to the uterus. There it attaches itself to the inner lining. Drawing its nourishment from the blood of the mother, it continues to grow, and in a month
Like some sort of tiny vampire.
looks like this. At 2 months, it is much bigger
I don't care, bud. That's a couple cells. That's what they keep telling me.
and is already beginning to look like a baby.
Oh,
You
they're
can
already. It's anti-abortion propaganda.
It's a 62. This is actually the norm.
See the cord which connects
It's
the
a baby, damn it.
But I think it is kind of funny. Like, it's again, everything in this video that would have been played today, people would have been screaming at them, you know?
to the mother, and through which the baby receives its
So,
nourishment.
First
at
off,
this point-
mother, I'm sorry, a father can have a baby too now.
So at this point, this is where the anti-abortion group gave all the women, all the girls in the class, the little tiny baby thing to represent the fetus.
Yeah. Hey, so this picture here, since we're talking about ripe, looks like somebody cut open an avocado and the nut was a fetus.
Hate that.
The uterus, which is normally not much bigger than a fist,
An avocado.
Hold on. Let me show that again. Sorry.
the uterus, which is normally not much bigger than a fist,
Not a coincidence, fellas.
I don't know.
Is
I saw this
muscular.
one video one time.
Oh boy.
2 fists.
And elastic enough to
Someone, why don't
expand.
you stick your fist up there to compare? Is it the same size?
Also, in this picture, I guess when the baby grows. Wait, no. Look at her butt. Hold on. Let's see this part. Hold on.
The uterus, which is normally not much bigger than a fist, is muscular and elastic enough to expand to many times its normal size.
Notice that they made her butt bigger too. They didn't just make her belly bigger in the second picture where they're expanding. They did make her butt thicker. It's so fucking weird.
And the tits.
And the tits are bigger too.
At 4 months,
During
you
this
can
period, women will become more attractive to you.
Good point.
already see why this expansion is necessary. The baby now has arms and legs that move
The clump of cells has arms and legs that move.
inside the
Well,
mother.
it is a baby. Remember, you still have 9 months to kill it.
That's right. Up until 8 months and 3 weeks, go at it.
Hey, I mean, you can go past that. Just it's a crime.
By 6 months, the baby has gradually turned to this head-down position in preparation
The clump of cells has gradually turned to a head down position.
for birth. The baby is very active now.
The clump of cells are very active now. I'm going to correct it. I'm not going to get in trouble for this.
It is not only the uterus that expands to accommodate the growing baby.
It's also the husband's wallet.
Here you can see how the whole abdominal wall stretches.
We call it the Lizzo effect.
This baby has developed for 9 months and is about
This clump of cells has developed for 9 months. God damn it.
to be born. If the mother were lying down, this would be the position of the baby just before birth.
But if you're going to have sex with her, on her side is preferable.
You may want to turn her over for that activity.
As to not dent the baby's head.
You can see the mother's spine below the enlarged uterus. The head settles to a lower position, and the muscles of the uterus begin to force the baby out.
The clump of cells. Wait. I'm waiting for it to be a baby. Once the head's out.
Of the
Just in the
vagina
middle of this, they
expand
go,
to make
wish you pulled out yet?
Also, the way this looks, it looks like a mouth, and this monster just ate a baby.
room. The baby's
Wait.
head begins.
Only its head is a baby. The rest of it is a clump of cells right now. The head is breached. The head is a baby, but the
Wait.
rest is a clump of cells.
So at this point, you could keep the scalp,
Yes.
but
begins to move out of the mother. The doctor lends a helping hand, and the new baby meets the outside world.
Hey, Doc, put an extra stitch in it for me.
Since the baby no
Really
longer
reducing
has
what the doctor does during this process.
Yes, fuck, you're right. Good point. It's like, I feel like the medical staff does a lot of work here. And it's like the doctor shows up after taking a lucky break strike, and he just grabs the baby, spanks it, hoses it off, and gives it to the mama.
After an atta-girl from your doctor, you're good to go.
depend upon its mother's blood for food and oxygen, the doctor ties and cuts the cord.
Now it's a baby. The cord was cut. It is now a baby.
Baby cannot feel the cutting any more than you can feel it when the barber cuts your hair.
However, he is going to feel that circumcision that you force on him, but he can't say anything, so we just keep doing it. What?
Growth continues. And this baby will become a full-grown boy or girl, and eventually a father or a mother. Thus continue.
He could also become a burden on society, so let's not pretend like those are the only two options here, okay?
Continuing the cycle of human growth.
Okay, so
That
mind
taught us
you,
nothing about sex.
we just left the sex ed movie inside the sex ed movie. Now we're back in the classroom.
Lights, please.
Terrified yet?
Well, it gets worse. Let me tell you about alimony.
You better raise that child.
Oh, Wow, gee willikers, missus. I didn't know a pussy was going to be that gross.
The principles of growth and development we've seen in this film apply to all human beings.
Up until the year 2016, when all that goes out the window and everybody just says and does whatever the fuck they want.
Now let's begin our discussion by answering the first...
Teacher, doesn't it just seem easier if I fuck one of my buddies? I don't have to deal with any of that shit.
And that man was James Gordon.
Question from the preview committee. Who can tell us when human growth begins?
Bitch, I don't fucking know because I don't want to get in trouble. So it is unfair to ask me that.
Royce, I have a feeling if you say conception, you're good at this time.
I mean, good point. That's a good point. But I'm saying modern day, I can't answer that motherfucker. I ain't about to get another strike. You can suck my dick.
I'll be getting a gold star for the day.
Yeah, seriously. Life begins on whenever the alcoholic mom decides, I guess. I don't know anymore, guys. I can't keep up. Life begins depending on whether the mom has tickets to a music fest or not.
Bill?
Growth begins when a sperm cell enters an egg cell.
Oh, no, it does not.
Oh, boy.
It does not. Okay?
Suppose the sperm cell doesn't enter the egg cell.
Then that creates a spinster. She'll buy a bunch of cats.
Egg isn't fertilized, then it dies in a few days.
That's correct, Bill.
A kid named Bill is fucking weird to me.
Steve, do you have a question?
Well, it's sort of a silly question, but
But what do your tits look like, Teach?
was wondering
Can
why
I
there's so
put a
many
baby in you?
No. My eggs have over-ripened.
sperm cells and only one egg cell.
That's a very good question, Steve.
Wait, hold on. Let's see.
That's a very good question, Steve. Let's use the projector to explain it.
And teacher, one more question. How come my uncle, who's been living with his roommate for 15 years, hasn't found a wife yet?
Why does it seem men living the bachelor lifestyle don't have to worry about these pregnancies?
Hey, Teach, one more question. Paul Lind, what's that about?
Why does it seem like every talk show host thinks Liberace can have a baby?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Confirmed Bachelor Liberace? One day, maybe. Look, I don't care what anybody says. Austin Powers might be a hack movie, but the line Liberace was gay, but women loved him was such a good line.
It's the best to watch those old clips when it's like Paul Lind or Liberace.
Oh my, bro! Let me tell you, Mike. It's so funny you say that. We've sat here. We've sat here one entire day, Wave, and watched just Paul Lind center square, and he is, bro. First off, was really hilarious. He's a fucking funny guy, but it was also a time where you can make fun of yourself and nobody got fucking mad. The jokes he made were like, I think one of the Hollywood Squares, they asked him, the question was like, so let's say you're on a boat with a captain, you and your wife, and your wife falls off the boat. What do you say? Full steam ahead, boys. And I was like, that's a fucking funny line.
But it was the best when they'd be on Ed Sullivan.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like, so when are you going to settle down?
Exactly.
Lee or whatever the fuck they called him back.
Now, in the first place, remember that the male sperm cells are being produced all the time, while only one egg cell is produced each month.
That's why that's why Larry King could fucking get somebody pregnant when he was like 90. That guy was fucking that guy was shooting until the day he died.
That's one reason there's so many more sperm cells than egg cells. Then
On the count of how much guys jerk off, probably.
see what would happen if there were only
You're going to want
one.
to dump some of these sperm cells into your socks, but remember, you'll burn in hell forever.
Remember, life begins at masturbation.
Or a few sperm cells. The ovum is produced here
Okay.
and moves into the tube.
Okay.
The sperm cell has to travel all the way up here to find the ovum. And if there weren't so many of them, the chances of the ovum meeting a sperm cell would be small.
Teacher, I feel like we just did this. No.
Yeah, I mean, are you just retelling us the thing? Again, where's the sex ed part of this sex ed? You're telling me how, by the way, after the sex happens, how the baby's made. But where's the, like, being safe and like, where's that part, you know?
This is biology class,
Yeah.
basically.
Does that answer your question, Steve?
Not really. I asked what time lunch was. What the fuck, man? Also, why are we doing this in shop class?
Yes, Mrs. Baker.
Are there other questions? Julie?
Can your face get pregnant?
About menstruation, is it really normal for the body to bleed like that?
Honey, trust me, it's not only normal. You're going to hear about it every time it happens. A guy is going to hear about it and hear about how life is worse. Listen, look, I get you women are horrible, but here's a joke I have for you, okay? Why do women feel pain during childbirth?
Why?
Because they're horrible and they deserve it.
Oh, my goodness.
No, a real reason is you shouldn't have eaten that apple, you dumb bitch.
Completely normal, Julie.
Listen, you women get really mad when you refer to them as ribs. Listen here, ribs. I don't want to fucking...
Remember in the animated film, the lining of the uterus became filled with blood with which to nourish the fertilized ovum.
And then the coyote ran into a wall that he painted it, and the Roadrunner could run through it. That's the wrong cartoon.
Well, when the ovum is not fertilized, there's no
Mrs.
need
Baker,
for
after
this.
my ovum is fertilized, it seems like the man's going to want to take a nap. But will I enjoy it at all?
No, not even a little bit. What you want to do is have a sandwich ready for when your man wakes up.
Nourishment. So the uterus merely sheds its inner lining, and naturally a little blood leaves the body.
Not a little blood. Stop with the little blood, okay? It depends on the person. I promise you, every woman will tell you that.
A barely noticeable amount of blood.
Now, Royce, just a drop.
At the same time.
Oh, I see.
Ladies, it's such little blood. Just wear white pants that day.
Yeah,
It's perfectly
seriously.
fine. Don't worry about it.
And listen, tampons were literally just invented, so good luck finding them. That's
If it's
right.
a lot of blood, you should be worried.
The next video is called Couch Cushion Stuffing and You. How to stop yourself from bleeding at a party.
Now for the questions the rest of you have. Carolyn?
Do boys have anything like menstruation?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Have you had a fantasy team? Especially in a
they have to listen to us.
It's right. Do we have something? Have you been in a money league in a fantasy team? Because there's something like it. You know, that's called Sunday. Okay. God damn it!
I heard my mother...
No, they don't, but we'll make them pay for that.
Don't worry, they'll never hear the end of it.
Tell a neighbor I was born cesarean.
What came first, the bitchin' or the egg?
Do men have anything like that? Well, you could argue the divorce system is kind of like that for men.
I'll show you. Good luck seeing your kid. Oh, fuck. Hold on, I have to fix this little piece of shit. There it goes.
What does that mean? Why don't all people have red hair?
Because God is a merciful one.
What happens if...
Frozen, is that you?
I already said no in the beginning, you bitch.
No, Frozen, I want to be here. Let's hear what the zipperhead has to say, Frozen.
People have
I
red
hate
hair.
you.
What? That's what they would have called them back then. I'm being accurate. I'm being culturally accurate.
No, Royce, they would call them...
62.
Wait, I'm allowed to say it. I'm allowed to say it.
You're Asian. You can say whatever you want.
Gook.
They would say, okay, fair enough. I apologize.
This is the 60s.
Okay, fair enough. Frozen knows all the slurs because he's been called all of them. He's collecting them like Pokemon.
What happens if more than one sperm cell enters an egg?
Well, then, have you heard a TV show called My Two Dads?
How long will it take till my voice changes?
Are you going to answer these kids' questions? Or are you just going to play it and not it? Bro, look, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like 60 Sex Ed was terrible.
They did find the perfect kid to ask that question. How long till my voice changes?
It's not.
Always bigger than boys at 12 or 13.
Why do some kids grow faster than others?
She's like, hey, one at a time. Jesus.
Fucking, can I answer the first one?
I'd like to know more about
There's a
different...
Dominican kid. Why do some boys grow faster than other boys?
Fucking 20-year-old on a little league team with a fake birth
we
certificate.
recruited you for baseball.
Yeah, seriously. They don't even call him by his name, they just call him shortstop.
I'd like to know more about different kinds of hormones.
Don't worry, kid. If you make it to 2022, you'll find out about all of them.
Also, can I date Jenny?
Everybody says I look like my Aunt Sarah. Why do I have to look like her when I don't even like her?
Because your Aunt Sarah's Jewish.
All of those are excellent questions.
She just walks up and slaps one of the kids and goes, "We don't ask questions here."
No, she's gonna talk to us, Royce.
Oh, no, she's not. Is she gonna She-Hulk break the fourth wall and talk to us?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
You students...
Oh, she is. Oh, she is.
...who've been watching this film, you've heard the questions we're going to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
You can discuss these same questions with your teacher.
I will.
And you can ask any other.
Wow. Did you see?
Half in the buck.
Bro, can I tell you, dude, guys, passing the buck, that is the professional passing the buck. I have never seen it. They fucking filled their heads with all these questions like, good luck, public servant. We're out of here. What?
Oh, you deal with
it. She's like the fucking monorail salesman, and then she just fucking leaves town.
Hey, and students, do you notice how there's a lot of names in power with precious metals in them? Okay, teachers. Good luck, bye. Wait, what? No.
When I don't even like her.
Oh God, it's my first day.
At this point, right now, I'm imagining that the teacher, the actual teacher in class that put this video on, is sitting there reading a book and smoking a cigarette, because you could do that back then. And then
all of those are
this part,
excellent questions.
just smoking.
You students who've been watching this film, you've heard the questions we're going to discuss. You can discuss these same questions with your teacher.
What the fuck? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. I'm going to put a Leave It a Beaver episode on after this, and I'm fucking get out of here. It's Friday.
And any others you have it.
Mr. Lopez.
Oh, Royce, it's more like it's Friday. I'm not dealing with this. You kids like Serpico.
The teacher's like, guys, hand up. I'm going to admit something. I didn't watch this beforehand. I'm not going to answer in here.
Yeah, sorry. I don't even know how this works, to be honest with you. No clue.
Mr. Lopez, how are twins born?
Listen, bud. I won't be honest with you. I have no fucking clue. Okay? Here, have a cigarette. Calm down. Everyone calm down. Cigarettes for the whole class. Everyone calm down.
Okay, red fresh.
We're back. That's what happened, guys. That's what happened. Big Sex Ed was trying to take us down. We're back now.
Learning too much.
We knew too much.
Big Sex Ed sounds like a prison rapist.
Okay, also that.
Who's my cellmate? Big Ed. Oh, okay, cool. Big Sex Ed.
Mr.
Shit.
Dax, the stream ripened.
Bro, I'm just seeing how many you could actually go through different eras of sex ed videos, like 60s, 70s, 80s. It's so funny.
I was gonna say that's where you got to start getting careful because
Yeah.
they start getting more graphic.
Yeah, good point. All right, let's see. I have done 1 hour and 30 minutes of probably some of the most hilarious stuff we've ever done. And I have received one tip. Was I not shucking and jiving enough for you guys?
They're all busy having sex.
Carl tipped $5. Good morning, you jive-ass turkeys.
Okay, see? There's no need for that, bro. Come on, man. This one I thought was wild. This story's a little older, but I had never seen it. And I thought this is a Starbucks confronts employee for stealing credit card info. So let me give you a quick background here. This woman goes to the Starbucks every day, right? Her credit card info was stolen at some point. And then it was like being used at a department store. She went to the department store and she said, and the cops asked, "Can we see your footage? Because this is where it was used." Turns out the woman who stole her credit card info was the woman that serves her coffee every day at Starbucks.
Also making the rounds, a video of A woman in Lakewood,
Royce.
California, confronting a
That's a breach of
Starbucks
trust.
employee who allegedly stole her credit card number. Listen to this.
How are you doing? Good. How are you doing? Where's the What's wrong? So we got you on camera yesterday at Ralph's for $212. So just know that the cops are coming up here. They recorded your and everything.
Bro, like literally, dude, like literally, bro, like the cops, bro, they fucking got your shit, dude. Like on God, bro, no cap.
You took a copy of
Why
my
take this
card
into your
while
own
you-
hands if the cops are on their way?
I to make a viral video.
on New Year's Day. You know what you did.
This, by the way, the look on the Starbucks employee's face is like, fuck. She's like, fuck me.
Think she's guilty?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Right?
Can I
you
have
know
a
what you
theory?
did.
I have a theory.
Sure.
Her boyfriend's making her do it.
You
She
can't
has a
fix her. Stop
trash-ass-
trying to fix her. No, Pesty's trying to fix her because she's
Oh, no,
kind
no,
of
I'm not
cute.
trying to fix her. She's garbage too. She's a piece of shit. She's a piece of shit. But do you really think she's smart enough to come up with this?
No. Women are pretty stupid.
Right?
Man
Come
is
up with
behind
what? Just stealing someone's credit card?
Yeah, that's a good point. Pesty's pretending like this is a genius thing. Just write down the number on a piece of paper.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What a heist.
You're sorry about what? That you went to Ralph's?
Ocean's 1.
Damn right.
You took a copy of my card here while you said you were going to go
Here's
get
a surprise.
receipt paper.
You think you've caught me? This is when the plan begins.
Then the heist music plays. Oh, I got it.
I've just copied your card. I've copied your life.
Then it's like, oh, really? You think that's what happened? Let me tell you what really happened. And she just runs. She just fucking runs away.
Let me tell you what really happened. Yeah, I did.
I totally did that. Look,
Music
man.
fades away because it's coming off her phone.
Yeah. Sorry.
Last
Yeah,
conversation.
you're right. You're right. You want to find out what I really did? Well, good luck. Fucking worst heist in history.
I'd watch that movie.
I would watch it in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
10 minutes, but
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
And they got your ass on camera yesterday.
Oh, she's crying. She immediately cried.
So
I
do
think
you
that
know
might
what
be a tell.
you did, right? Before I
Maybe she's still having one of them periods that they mentioned in the last video.
Boys, we did just learn this.
We
Let's
learned
try
this,
and
guys.
use our skills.
Let's use the knowledge that we learned.
press charges and everything on you. So what are you
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that you stole my credit card.
sorry about?
that I
That you
didn't just
took
order
money
online.
from me and my kids?
Yeah.
What are you sorry about? I'm sorry that I took money from you and your kids.
Also, Royce, I
Open and
checked.
shut case.
No, she's not on there yet.
OnlyFans?
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry that you had to come up here. I'm sorry that this is inconvenient for you.
Inconvenient. You literally stole her credit card.
I'm sorry. You're sorry that you're about to lose your job because corporate knows?
Ooh.
Corporate already knew, and you still showed up to work. Look, I get it. I'm this lady. I'm
I
pissed.
would.
I understand. You know.
Is that what you're sorry about too?
Corner someone in a dark alley. Stop! I'm inconveniencing you.
That's what happened. That's how Bruce Wayne became Batman. Someone inconvenienced his parents.
Let's go.
So I'm sorry. I am a good child.
I'm a good child except for the credit card fraud.
Fine, you got me on one thing.
All right, so look, besides stealing your credit card, I'm pretty good guy, all right?
You're a good child. I really do go to school. I'm 19. I play soccer. So why the would you? How would you
Like,
even?
really, I wish you could watch me at other department stores. I behave a lot better.
Yeah, look, I do not normally steal credit cards, but as aforementioned, Avatar's coming out, and I need some money. So
I know, because you have to
Copy
see
of
the
my
4K
card.
one
I
and
know
the
you took
new
a minute.
one.
You went
Both
back
of
there
them.
for a minute, and I knew what the hell you were doing. You took a picture, or I don't know what you did.
Dude, someone's seeing both Avatar
But you
movies
obviously
back
thought
to
I wasn't
back.
gonna come
That's like
back here.
7 hours of
You
your
thought I
day.
wasn't even gonna get to the bottom of it.
I'm so sorry, man. Please don't press charges.
So how much?
I am seriously gonna press charges.
please do
on you.
not press charges.
I'm
Please
No,
do
I
not
honest-
press charges.
Wow, you know what? That Starbucks customer should be a detective. Juana Martinez, the woman in the car,
That's
said,
see,
Why?
fu-
All she did
fu-
was check her.
Hold on a second. Women have such a
statements.
low bar for success sometimes. She should be a detective. Bitch, I would have just checked my credit card statement, gone to the store, and been like, hey, can I see that? And they'd be like, sure. And I would have, ma'am,
What's that stain on my dress? Is that? Oh, it's cum. This woman should have been a detective.
I'm stuck on this investigation. Does anyone in the department know how to read credit card numbers?
Okay, listen. Call what was her name? Mariana Vasquez or whatever the fuck her name is. By the way,
Officer Mariana Vasquez.
let me explain something to you. I know my people. This woman's Cuban.
wow, you know what?
So
That
this is in
Starbucks
Florida?
customer should be a detective.
I don't know if it's Florida, but she's Cuban.
Juana
Also, we all
Martinez, the
just
woman in
we
the
all
car,
just
said
got the credit card number now.
Yeah, now I have it.
Now I have it.
Now I'm going to Ralph's.
Yeah. What's Ralph's?
I don't know. What's a Ralph in with you?
got really riled up because both she and her husband, who's in the military, work hard for their money. And the couple
So
have 3
hard
children.
for it, honey.
And they weren't even able to pay their rent because of, she says, theft. That Starbucks employee
this
has
woman's
now
skeptical.
Okay, excuse me. I'm not on this woman's side that stole. But you're telling me her running up a couple $100 bill at Ralph's, which, by the way, is credit card fraud. And by the way, every credit company I heard with is going to give you your money back. That prevented you from paying rent? I don't know. Hear me out. Maybe what's preventing you from paying rent is going to fucking Starbucks every day. Like,
all right.
You know,
Hear me out, though,
if you're
Royce.
that razor thin on paying rent, why are you going to Starbucks every day?
Hear me out though, okay? Bananas at Ralph's are 29 cents each.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And fired.
Just trying to justify the theft.
Wait, that's it? That was the story?
You honestly thought I was.
I wanted a
I like
bit
that
of
this news lady was skeptical too, though. She's like, she says, it stopped her
She
from
says
paying
she
her
couldn't
rent.
pay her rent, but
I don't know if you're buying that.
yeah, I mean, I'm not. That's for fucking sure.
30 cents for a Roma tomato. All right, fuck Ralph's.
Dr. Till tipped $6.90. Hey, Royce, do you ever just think about the crumbling middle class and regression of our culture as a whole? Yeah. Me neither. Gee.
Or what? I don't even know what you're talking about anymore, man. I'm a completely clown build at this point, so whatever. At least I know how a uterus works. Let's see here. Should we do Phillies? Phillies fans getting a little crazy after the win last night?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, guys, because there's a lot of people that are not from this country that even listen to Daywave. Philly is the city of brotherly love, like nicest fans you'll ever meet.
I thought that was Chicago.
Unless you're Santa Claus, a black person, or a woman. Sure. Then you're fucked. But outside of that, Philly's great. Hanging on streetlights. Yep. This guy is fucking hammered and hanging on a streetlight.
Like they won like a championship, right? Or did they just win a single game?
They're going to the World Series.
Okay.
So, I mean, look, I understand why they're excited.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because, I mean, what else do you have in Philly? Hack the movies?
Sandwiches.
Oh.
Hoagies.
Hoagie and a Coke.
Hoagie and a Coke at the Wawa.
I go to the Poconos.
I can relate. They're not that different from Boston, so I can kind of relate to them.
Oh, yeah, I know. Boston fans are also terrible.
Yeah.
Northeastern fans are just fucking... if we're being honest, we're being really honest, because we always break up with these cities where Northeastern fans just fucking suck.
As I've gotten older, I don't understand people that get like this into sports.
I don't either, and it's don't get me wrong. Like I have my teams and I have the stuff I like, but
Yeah.
even when if my team wins a fucking Super Bowl, like I don't. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm pumped. You know, but like
I I'm a big Patriots fan. If they lose tonight, I'll go on with my day. But I
Yeah.
have buddies that it will ruin their week.
Oh, dude, I've seen them like
Crazy.
Look, I'll give you the perfect example. Like this year at the beginning of the year when the Dolphins beat the Bills. Like, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I'm used to the Bills beating us all the fucking time. So they beat us and we go, oh, well, what are you going to do? Sucks. We suck. But when the Dolphins beat the Bills, it was like fucking bullshit. We're a better team. It was a referee. It's a refs. And I'm like, bro, I've been a fucking loser Dolphins fan for so many years, and I've never been this emotionally affected by losing to the Bills. Why are you guys so mad? Who cares?
Dude, I'll tell you, I can understand it if you have like a crazy amount of money on the game or something.
Well, no, see, that's different. I will agree with that. That's different. But not a money thing.
When the Raptors won the championship, they had the big parade, right? And people asked me, they're like, "Oh, are you going to go downtown to the Raptors championship parade?" I was like, "Hold on, you're asking me, so you're telling me every basketball fan in Ontario is going to be in one spot, every
and that's
fan of basketball, and you want me to go there?"
And in Ontario, that's dozens of people.
Someone was shot.
And the only other thing also was
Drake might be there.
Some drunk guy was trying to give Kawhi a plant.
Yeah, I remember that. That was weird.
I don't know what any of that means.
Fucking retard.
Sorry. That's the other thing I don't understand. Like, why when your city wins, do you want to then destroy the city that you love so much? Like, I don't understand that.
Well, the answer to that is booze, usually.
Ah, good
They're
point.
just shit-faced.
The Santa incident is why you can no longer buy batteries anywhere in Philadelphia. It's true. You have to drive just outside.
Terry C., you can't ruin what's already wrecked, Royce.
Oh, Philly. Yeah, fucking good point. That's a really good point. Look, my understanding of Philadelphia comes from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and the Rocky movies. So most of Philadelphia is just people standing around burn barrels and singing, from what I understand. Or a bar that's from very, very supposed to be from Philadelphia, but it's filmed in L.A. That's all I know.
What's weird about this, too, is they're going to the World Series. They haven't won.
No, I know.
It's bizarre.
They know they're
to
going to
behave like this.
because they know they're going to lose in the World Series. So they have to get their party in now.
Right, I guess.
I mean, that's how it works, man. All right. Let's do all right. Do we have enough time for this? See, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Okay. Oh, this one's short. It's only 8 minutes. Yeah, we could do that for this one. So we have another one of these Darman level videos that we've played before. And since last year we were on, Mike, we've been finding different clones of these motivational videos, you know, where they do these little skits. So we've found a bunch. This one is from Life Reels, and the title of this video is Drunk Driver Hits Trick or Treater. Shocking.
I can't believe we're doing this at the end of the show. I feel like we don't have enough time.
It's 8 minutes. You're right. I think we might. Do we have time? Guys, Pessy, do we have enough time, you think? It's 11:46.
So no.
No, you're right.
Last time I was on, when we did this, it took about an hour and a half. I think.
You're right. The 20-minute sex ed video took like 60 minutes. So yeah, let's just do something. Good point. Good call. I don't want to waste that one. That's good. Let's just do a short one. I don't know what to do now. I'm panicking.
Fight.
Yeah.
Sandy?
Let's do Sandy. Okay. Sandra Lee. Mike, you know about Sandra Lee, right? Semi-homemade Sandra Lee, Food Network Sandra Lee.
Oh.
Okay, well, you're about to learn.
Used to date Andrew Cuomo.
She used to date Andrew Cuomo.
Okay.
She had a show on Food Network called Semi-Homemade with Sandra Lee. And the concept was she would use stuff that's like, you know, packaged and stuff like that, but try to make it more like homemade cooking, right?
Got it.
Some real fucking white woman shit. And but this is like early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. She dated Andrew Cuomo for a while. Anthony Bourdain despised her because he's dead now. because of the fakeness, but she makes the worst meals, and she's also absolutely an alcoholic.
Okay.
So do we want to do hottie? Well, that one's a good one. The hottie cupcakes might be better. Or do we want to do? Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do sweet and sour, spooky Halloween. Okay, here we go.
Oh God,
it's a Halloween one.
That's bad enough right there. Just sweet and sour.
Thunder and lightning must mean Halloween, and one of the best things about Halloween is not the weather, but the fact that you can turn yourself
You can hide your face and commit crimes. What?
into anything or anyone that you want. I'm going to start today's show all off with a wonderful spooky puff pastry with sauteed apples. Then it's my mini ghoulish cream pies, and just wait till you see how I top these off.
What is that?
We got to see her get a cream pie. Sandra Lee's going to get a cream pie in this one.
How I top these off. And my bloodshot peanut butter eyeballs are the best cupcakes on the planet.
You said
And
Sandra Lee and
then
cream
finally,
pie.
my
Now
cookie
Virgie's
cake.
definitely
Then
gonna
we
pop
mustn't
in
forget
somewhere.
about cocktail time. A vampire kiss martini. See you in the kitchen.
Okay.
Is that a martini with fake teeth in it?
Why do you think it's called Vampire Kiss, you fucking retard?
Because she put blood syrup around the sides of the glass.
All right. Get uppity with me. See what happens. Let's see her. Let's watch her make it.
Every single award there is to win with my stage performance of
She looks better as a brunette.
Liza with the
Oh,
Zoo.
this is
And
she
my
was Liza
friends have
Minnelli.
always had a great cocktail to celebrate my success. Personally, I love martinis, so I'm going to make something extra.
She's an alcoholic. But we're back.
Red
We're
fish.
back. Sorry about that, guys. The internet truck is in my neighborhood, so I guess they're working on like the main box or whatever. So I'll try to get through these last 10 minutes. Hopefully, it won't be a problem for ROTC. Anyway, she's an alcoholic.
Extra special, a vampire kiss martini. All I've done is I've put some ice into a shaker. You need to make sure that your vodka is ice cold. Now this is vanilla vodka, and it's really
Drinks
nice
easier.
because It's very
Vanilla vodka is such a fucking just girl thing. Yeah,
it's disgusting.
I don't just. How about vodka? You know what? You know what? Like how I like my vodka flavor, like Tito's. That's it.
smooth, and it has just a hint of vanilla flavor. And you are going to need 3 parts.
I don't like
of
flavors that normally I don't mind cream soda and stuff. When it comes to alcohol, when there's flavors that are normally for creamy things, I don't usually like you know how people like
Whipped, like the
Kahlua,
the whipped vodka. Have you seen whipped vodka?
Yeah, or Kahlua.
Not into that. Sorry about. Eric, I was too busy taking notes during our class. Good now, thanks. Well, thank you.
vodka. This is a very strong martini, as most martinis
That's
are.
a lot of okay. So, Mike, she's filled it about
Think,
3/4 of the
there's a
way.
1 liter, one liter glass, and I'm not even kidding you. He's 100% right. 3/4 of it right now is vodka. Okay, it's a ridiculous amount of vodka.
And
like
this is supposed to be like a cooking show?
yeah, this is a cooking show, but she's an alcoholic, and all she does is make drinks and get hammered. It was amazing. It's what
and Mike, it's a semi homemade cooking show, right? So let's say she was making like chili. She'd open a can of chili
Yeah,
and then
it's so
add
good.
some flourishes.
It's so
to it.
good. It's so good. Bro, semi-homemade, it was on for like 10, 12 years. It's so good. And now looking back on it, it's even funnier because it was just this crazy spinster alcoholic lady with nice boobs, by the way, who lucked her way into, depending on who you, to dating Andrew Cuomo.
Sucked her way.
Sucked her way to dating Andrew Cuomo.
And very fun to serve. Now,
Fun to serve.
before
I'm sure
I
that's
pour
why
my
you're
ice cold
making it.
vodka into
Ma'am, there's no one else at your party. Is that all for you?
the glass, I need to just rim it.
Oh, God. She's going to rim it before the cream pie.
And this is just simple syrup, which is equal parts of sugar and water heated
oh my
up
God.
into a syrupy consistency. And
She
then
heated
I
up
cool it
simple
down.
syrup and
for
put red
Halloween,
food
I've
dye.
added red
And
food
that's what
dye
she's
for a
rimming the
girl.
glass.
Oh,
with.
that's the
Your
blood.
mouth is
That's-
going to be painted fucking red.
That's the blood.
Look.
Like, so the main
It's going to drip
ingredient
down.
is already in there, so just dump some other shit in and
honey,
you're good to go.
You're making up a lot of excuses to drink straight vodka.
She calls it the vampire's kiss because there's so much alcohol in it. If you drink enough, you'll be immortal.
No, it's just a vampire kiss because you have to invite her in for her to suck you off.
and create gorgeous.
Once you're done drinking this cocktail, you can fall from any height and get up scratch-free.
It's
Just
down the
walk
glass.
away.
Now, just pour the vodka into your glass.
Okay.
About 3/4 of the way up.
Okay, so the martini glass is, except for a tiny sliver at the top, is just vodka.
I want to put
Hopefully she's going to put something non-alcoholic there to bring it down a little bit, right?
a little surprise. Vampire teeth.
Vampire teeth are the surprise, which are plastic vampire teeth.
And then we'll go right to the bottom of the glass.
Okay.
Then a little Chambord in there,
Oh, good. More alcohol. Perfect.
which adds a gorgeous red blood color to the bottom of the glass by those vampire teeth. A little bit of licorice liqueur.
Jaeger. Now she's adding Jaeger. So right now, hear me out. We have vodka, champagne liqueur, and fucking Jaeger.
And I do.
Will she drink this during the course of the show?
Will she drink it? Our
Okay,
favorite moment is called when mommy gets her medicine.
Oh, blind Mike. Oh, cannot see Michael.
So innocent. I'm sorry.
Cannot see Michael. She had 6 before she even
Dude,
started filming.
she is drunk during these things.
She pre-tests these before she does them.
Yes, she pre-makes them before the cameras are live. And the first couple, like 4 seasons, are the best because they moved her after that to like a studio that looked like her home. But the first 4 seasons, she was really in her home, so mommy could get as sloshed as she wanted and then just go to bed and kick the camera crew out. It was
Every
great.
episode ends with her passed out while the oven's still on.
And Como walk in and a wife beater. Where's my dinner? Why are the teeth in my drink?
This way, all the ingredients layer together in the glass, and voila, that is some fabulous recipe. Black licorice.
It's your
as a
medicine,
stir
Mama.
stick. I'm going to lay that across the top, and I want to show you a great tablescape.
No, I don't care about the tablescape. Drink, bitch.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too.
Oh,
So,
explain the
Mike,
tablescapes.
So Mike, every episode has a theme, and so she'll cook the themed meals and then show you her special tablescape for that dinner party. And it's literally like she just went to Dollar Tree, ran down an aisle with her arms extended, scooping everything she could into the cart, and then just haphazardly vomited it onto a table.
So right
There's
now,
no room to actually eat food.
Right now, this tablescape is a bunch of Halloween bins with like witches on them, and well, she'll explain it.
For each place setting is just one of those great decorative flags. You can get these at the craft store. Then it's a black plastic charger, very simple, with a pumpkin orange napkin, and then a cute little cup and saucer set here. This is in Halloween color.
Yo, if I went to anybody's house and they were this into what the fucking table looked like, I would leave. Like,
Royce,
yeah.
She bought those bowls, right?
Yes.
Where in this did she make soup? I don't think she made soup.
No, because she said the stuff she was making, and none of the things she was making were soup.
Yeah, so I think that's just for another cocktail.
Maybe, hold on. Whipped cream, whipped cream, cookies. I'm just skimming through. She made a pie, but you would use a plate for that.
Yeah.
A cream pie.
Every dish with different alcohols.
Yeah, no, dude. There's episodes where there's just been only alcohol. It's so good. And every time she drinks, the look in her eyes when she takes the first sip is amazing. She's like, oh, yeah, mommy got her medicine.
I think the first one was the Wonderland one, right?
Yeah. So she did a Wonderland theme. And she had like a dude dressed like the Mad Hatter, and she was dressed like Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And they
Royce,
were like
that was her.
outside. I know. And they were outside, and there were bees everywhere. It was so weird.
I like the idea of a cooking show where they're like, have you ever wanted to eat like a single mother who's headed up to here with her children?
That's it, bro. But let me tell you something, Blind Mike. We've never come up with that, but that is the perfect
Nailed
way.
it.
You just nailed her. We've been watching it forever. Blind Mike first time's like, yes. And I'm like, that's exactly what she is.
That's what
she,
this is, yeah.
She's a single mom who's trying to look like to her friends like she works really hard, but it's a bunch of canned chili and vodka. Real life is canned chili and vodka.
Holy shit.
Gentlemen, as a child of divorce, get out of my way. Here, I'll handle this.
Excuse me. I'll let you know when that is. Oh, yeah? You know what I called this show? Wednesday nights when I was a kid.
Hey, Royce, show me the episode when she makes mac and cheese with hot dogs cut in it.
That one's different. That was not homemade with Sandra Lee. Oh, fuck.
Today we're showing you how to make breakfast for dinner again.
Oh, good. The Brinner episode. 4th time this week.
Cybertest tipped $3.33. Wait, all the basketball fans in Ontario all in Toronto? We have the solution. Wesker that nuke from Resident Evil 2.
I like
a final solution at that.
Okay. First off,
phrasing.
And secondly, we have reached the end of the show. Guys, that was super fun. Made very little money, but I had a fucking buttload of fun. Don't forget to join my Locals if you're on the Rumble side of this right now. Locals is up and running. That's where I'm going to put all my different riffs and stuff that I do, like the Quantum Leap one and et cetera, et cetera. Mike, we got to get you on to do one of the riffs with us. You'll have a lot of fun.
Dude, anytime.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, like I said, you're welcome whenever on you want. So you just let me know what days you're available. You come hang out with us.
All right, I should be back later this week, I think.
Well, sounds good. Guys, thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. The Blind Mike Project, right? That's what you're plugging?
Yes. Go to blindmike.net. Blind Mike Project is a little more laid back like this. And then Why You Laughing is like a history of comedy show that I do. And blindmike.net is where you can find both of those and the Patreon.
Guys, thank you so much. ROTC is coming up in 4 hours. We have a guest today. Melanie Mack will be on. I don't know if she's going to be eating butter or not, but she will be on. Pessy, you going to be on tomorrow?
Yes, yeah. Only day I'm not on this week will be Thursday.
Perfect. I hate you. Frozen? I mean, whatever. You don't even do the ROTC anymore, so I guess bye. Maybe. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.